So this is the version of the stuff that you'll need for this class, the online version. Apologizing up front here for the change in volume and stuff, but I'm having to add on to an existing file and end up at the end adding on some stuff relative to the architect scale.
So this little presentation is entitled Stuff You'll Need for This Class. For any of you who have taken any of my other graphic design or drawing classes, with the exception of color theory, which has its own whole set of different list of supplies, then this should not come as any surprise, and some of you may already have a lot of this stuff. You will be doing a lot of conceptual roughs and sketches for this class, and these tools will help you maintain good, crisp, clean lines when drawing. First off, a 45-degree triangle. This doesn't have to be huge. A 10 or 12 inch will be fine. A 30-60 degree triangle, same size. A set of circle guides, and a simple standard set of ellipse guides. These last two will help you when you're attempting to do those curved strokes on sketches. A lead holder. These take the same diameter leads that you will find in a common lead pencil, with the exception that you can change the leads in and out, which is handy. And so next, get a couple sets of different lead types. I would try 2H, HB, F, and get some non-photo blue leads. This is great for when you want to start a rough sketch and then come back and clean it up with either a dark standard lead or a marker. Then, when you do a scan, you can knock out the blue. And then you'll need something to sharpen your leads with. You can also substitute a sanding block, but then you have to be careful not to get lead dust all over the place. Get yourself a good set of fine line markers. These are Faber-Castell. Brand name isn't necessary, just a range of fine line and nice script brushes, tips so that you can do like handy calligraphy. And then get a couple of Sharpie markers so that you aren't using your fine tips to fill in all of the feels in your design with good markers. Buy them by the case. When you get really good, you'll find that you can actually sketch with these. And last but not least, in this group of visuals, an X-Acto knife with a protective cover. Also get yourself a good supply of replacement blades for it. There's nothing so frustrating as a dull blade. You'll need to get a pad of marker paper for doing more finished sketches. When I tell you that I want roughs or conceptual sketches, like multiples of them, don't use this stuff. We'll see if we can't get you some copier paper to work on. You'll go through lots of paper doing roughs, so no reason to use the good stuff for that. You'll probably also need to get some stick adhesive to paste rough things together. Feel free to chop, cut, and paste rough concepts together to come up with different designs. Remember, chop, cut, and paste and a copier are your allies. And for when you really want to stick things together, get yourself some spray adhesive. We'll see if we can't set up a little primitive spray space so that you don't get all over the room. For those of you working at home or remotely, word to the wise, this stuff will get everywhere. You will also need to get some bone folders. These are like burnishers, but are made strictly for making very sharp folds in paper. And last but not least, get yourself a good cardboard portfolio to keep your sketches in so that you don't get them all wrinkled and otherwise lost. About the only other thing that I can think of that I haven't covered here is erasers. Pink pearls are fine, but you end up with like crumbs all over the place, so you might want to invest in a kneaded eraser. For those of you who have never seen one before, they are gray and they come all wrapped plastic when you first buy them. As you use them and they get dirty, the graphite from your erasing, you simply pull at them and wad them up again and again and again into a ball, and the graphite simply disappears. They last for decades. Now, one last thing.
Obtain an architect scale. It's a three-sided ruler. It has varying scales on each side. And I should probably mention here that all of the things that I am showing here should be available at the MCC bookstore. I believe that they were putting together a kit for this class, so you might want to check with the MCC bookstore That way they'll probably have about 95, maybe 100% of the materials that I'm talking about here available in that kit. So you don't have to go running around all over the place looking for it or buying it online. Okay, all for now. See you in the next video.